Hi, hello, it's Aspects here. Recently I was looking through my computer and I actually found a very old VOD from like the first week of me moving into where I currently live. So this VOD is multiple months old and I skimmed through it and I found this interesting segment during the stream where I talked about how little content Counter-Strike currently has to offer, both in terms of in-game and on YouTube. While playing Deathmatch to warm up for my games, I was talking to my chat about how little content the game currently truly has. I mean, most of it right now is just content about cheaters and opening cases. So I brought up this topic and talked about it for a little bit with my chat, and that is what this video is. Hope you enjoy and let me know down in the comments what you think of this. And I would feel like CS content has been really sour recently. You know, this is something that I've actually noticed myself a lot, especially like as soon as CS2 released. Like ever since CS2 has been out, I've noticed this a lot more. It really does seem like there's a lot less content now, and I guess it's probably because there's just a lot of fucking cheaters and a lot of people that used to play the game don't play the game anymore. But I feel like this is something that's always plagued Counter-Strike, is that I feel like there never really has been that much content around Counter-Strike, considering most of it's either been, if it's not case openings, then it's usually like fucking things about the esports scene. And like I'm totally fine with watching esports stuff all day. Like trust me, I have no problem with that. But I know that some people that play CS, they just don't care about the esports scene, which is entirely valid. I can't believe I just missed that. But I feel like outside of like case openings and the esports scene and stuff like that, I feel like this game really does not have that much content. Usually when I don't know what to watch, I just go to Renyon. You know, the thing about Renyon, like, okay, here's the thing. I'm sure he's a great guy, and I mean, you gotta admit, like, the guy is really fucking good at the game. My issue with his content is the fact that this guy used to be 4,000 elo in FACEIT back in CSGO, and now he plays fucking Premier. Like, it's basically, his content, I feel like, is basically smurfing. In a like really twisted way. I know that sounds kind of weird considering so many people watch him and so many people respect him, and I absolutely do respect him. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying I have anything against him necessarily. It's just I think I had like a period of time of maybe like, I mean, I want to say like maybe 2 weeks when I watched this channel, but I feel like his content now is basically just smurfing because he plays with people that are significantly worse than him, and I guess that's not necessarily his fault considering that's more so like just Premier's regulation problem, because as soon as you go up too high in fucking elo, you just start facing cheaters. So like it's understandable like why his content is the way that it is and why he makes it the way that he does. It's entirely understandable, but it does make me enjoy it less, even if there's no real alternative. Why won't you just go back to FACEIT? Because FACEIT's fucking shit now. I have to agree with that. FACEIT's actually fucking shit. I verified my account on FACEIT not too long ago. Like the thing where you show your passport or your ID or whatever to verify your account, and then it's like supposed to match you up against other people that have also verified their account, which is like a measurement that they have against cheaters, which is a very good thing. It's like, before I say anything else, at least they're trying, right? At least they're making the attempt, which is already more than what fucking Valve is doing. The problem with it, as I've recently discovered, is I'm pretty sure if you submit a picture of a fake passport, where you like just take a template of an empty passport, you just Photoshop like a photo and a fucking name on there, I'm pretty sure it will still get accepted. Because I had a match earlier this week, actually. I was playing with a friend of mine, and we found this guy who was on the enemy team, and he top fragged by a mile the entire game, and he had a verified account. And then I checked his Steam profile, it was literally level 0, completely empty. So I'm pretty sure you could just very easily get around that and just verify like a Smurf account. Because I don't think that guy was cheating, but he was probably just smurfing on an account that he somehow got verified. Most content that I see nowadays is about cheaters. Yeah, that's the other thing, is I feel like because the cheater problem in CS2 is so massive, 90% of the content that we see on this game, at least right now, is about cheaters, because like it or not, that's what gets views. That's what, like, for example, Ren is doing as well. And, like, it's working. Like, you can't deny that it's working. Ren does it, Dima does it. Basically, everyone fucking does it because it gets the views. That's what fucking CS YouTubers have to do now to pay their bills. It's either that or opening cases, and if you don't want to do that, then you basically just gotta make a living off of sponsors, which means you basically gotta take every gambling sponsor you get, which a lot of people don't want to do for a pretty fair reason. So I don't really know how to like deal with this, because I'm trying to think right now of like how we would deal with something like this, like what would be a good fix, and honestly I just have no idea. Demon Slayer CSGO content was really good. Wish it would do more like that. Yeah, I actually agree. Some of the videos that Dima was posting on his main channel at the very end of CSGO, like the 100 games videos for like 100 games of unranked and then like 100 games of office, that was banger content. That was so good. He's probably gonna do that with Premier as well, I imagine, right? Like 100 games of Premier, 100 games competitive. 100 games of Premiere. I mean, Dima is already level 10 on Faceit, so I imagine that's probably not gonna happen. Holy shit, I really can't play and talk at the same time. Can anyone feel like Premiere is still somewhat different from CSGO competitive? You think? Because I've noticed something similar as well. It feels like, I almost want to say the players are worse, but that's probably just because the frame rate's worse and like the optimization just isn't there, so people just can't play as well. Because that's something that I've noticed as well, except for me, I also just wasn't as good at the game back in like late CSGO because I didn't have my like skills up to par yet. So like my skill level right now is definitely the highest it's ever been. I think now I'm definitely back up to, I would honestly say past the point of where I was when I quit in 2016, considering back then like the average player was so much worse. Like in comparison, being a global elite back then was easier than being like a legendary eagle now, for example. Mainly because I'm pretty sure in global elite there was also just a fuckload of cheaters. So honestly, I really do have massive respect for people like Ren, Anomaly, Dima, like people that just stick with CS no matter what, because like shit's hard right now. Making a living off of CS right now is probably the hardest it's ever been, just because of how little content there is, because the game is so bare bone because it's new. I don't think it's gonna be bare bone forever, definitely not. I do think that content will be added. It's just, it takes so long, and it doesn't need to take that long, you know what I mean? Like, it takes a while because this dev team is like 3 people, but like CS is literally Valve's biggest game, so it makes no sense for the dev game, or the dev team to be that small. This guy's AFK. And he's gone. So yeah, I have no idea like what to do in regard to that right now. It's really fucking tough. Like literally all we can do right now is just sit and wait, which just isn't good. And I hate that. I hate the fact that all we can do is just sit around and wait.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message.